Morning everybody, we are live at Mandurah Community Gardens and we're back. Say good morning everyone.
Morning everyone.
Good morning from the garden in the sun. Yay!
Alright, let's go.
Right, so we're going to make a compost heap.
Yes. This morning we are talking composting and native gardens with Chris. So we're going to say hello to Chris.
Oh, hello. That's the way it works, is it?
Yes.
Fine.
Then we can also do this one. We can switch it around and I'll follow you after you.
Alright, this is where we're looking at things. So, where are we going? We're going to start by getting some material. So we're going to make a compost heap, you know, where you were digging up those aubergines.
Yes.
Those aubergines last week.
In the community section, yes.
Excellent. So we're going to, you might want to come over here.
Okay.
You don't get the smell of this. This is straw which has been soaked in this water. And, oh, smell that.
Woo-wee.
You smell it?
Oh yeah.
And that water is has had all sorts of things in there, poo and some fish gut went in there for a bit.
Oh.
And when it hasn't got straw in it like this, it bubbles. So it's alive. There's a lot of bacteria.
Right.
Okay. So it's really good for the compost heap because this is the brown. You can use this as the brown layer.
Okay.
Oh, come see the bubbles. Come see the bubbles. You see it bubbling here? Look at that. So that bubbling is some form of fermentation going on in there.
Okay. I'm not sure if we can see it with the video, but I can see it. Whoa, okay,
Look at
that's
that.
kind of stinky, so I'm just
It's
going to
wicked, isn't it?
whiff it. Whoa.
So this is good for the compost,
Awesome.
but not good to get on your hands.
So this compost that we're doing is not a structured compost bin as such. We're just going to compost straight over where we chopped down the aubergines last week, right?
So what we're going to do is we're going to compost. Right, so here we've got our compost bins. So we're sort of running a 4-bin system, but not. But usually this is like finished compost here. Which is pretty good. Bit gnarly, but it's quite nice that we're doing it here. But what we're going to do is we're going to build a compost heap actually out where we're going to garden. And then that way, I like doing that because then you're making the soil in situ, and I guess all the nutrients just go straight in the ground rather than sitting over here.
Yep. Yeah, not doing nothing. Make the microbes work.
So what we're going to do is this. We're going to take some of this as well. So this is native tree prunings largely, some vegetable matter from the garden.
So this is brown.
Yeah,
This is the brown component,
layer.
the dry
So the
component.
stuff you cut last week, the aubergine from last week, would be the green. And then we're just going to chuck a couple of these on. Oh my. Just to put a bit of other material in. And the other thing I've got here is, you see this, that really good soil. So this is bought-in soil. This comes from Seawise.
Okay.
I'm just going to chuck a bit of that in because it's really good soil. You see this is very dry brown.
Yes. So is there a ratio that you would suggest for the compost, for the brown to the...
Oh, there is a ratio, but I don't know what it is. I just do it by art.
Gotcha. Sorry, put you on the spot there.
I think it goes to 1 to 1 to 1 roughly.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that. Carpet. So a couple of years ago, all that, you know where the new area is? I did. That was all just sand, and I built all that up by doing this, by building compost heaps in situ.
Right.
And they're really nice because you get a nice big mound to start with, and then gradually it'll rock down. And when it rocks down, then you just kind of take your carpet off, and underneath you've got beautiful soil.
Excellent.
And you just plant straight into it. It's a really
Hey,
good
we've got some people live. If you're watching us, can you comment so we know who's with us today?
Who's watching?
We're up to 3. Woo!
Right, we're going this way.
Okay. So if anyone's missed it, we are just putting together a compost of an area that we chopped down last week. So it's sort of an in situ compost today. Hi everyone who's watching. I'll just go, oh hello.
Going to talk about the natives on the way then?
Yes, let's do that.
So we're doing natives as well today?
Yes.
So we're in Western Australia, obviously.
Well, we had someone from America viewing last time we did this, so you never know.
So viewers from America, Western Australia has a unique flora. Western Australia is effectively an island with desert on two sides, ocean on two sides. And so the flora and the fauna have evolved here pretty much independently of the rest of Australia, the rest of the world, for I don't know exactly, but probably tens of millions of years. And that means that we've got a flora in Western Australia which is unique. There's about, depends, I can't get an absolute number obviously, but there's around about 12,000 unique flowering species in Western Australia, which is pretty incredible.
Yes.
And about 8,000 I think in the southwest. My numbers could be wrong, but they're roughly in that order.
Awesome. So, okay, so which ones do we have here? And
well, so this is a Melaleuca. So Melaleucas are often paperbarks. This is a Melaleuca. I'm never good on the name of this one. Hueglii, I think. So this is one that's unique to the southwest, or to at least to Western Australia. It's not in flower at the moment, but it's really nice. You can get some nice hedging plants, and this is where the flowers were. You can see.
yep.
This is where the flowers. So it flowers. It's got a beautiful white flower, which comes out all the way along these stalks. These are now back down to the seed pods. So you can see it flowers all through there.
Cool.
And it prunes really well as well. We're just basically pruning this into a box hedge.
Box. Okay.
So, and this is one of the things that people don't do with Western Australian natives, or natives in general. Is there's a thing I think in the 70s where people were talking about, you know, Australian gardens as being easy care, and they put them in and just left them alone. They need pruning. You prune them like any plant. If you prune them, they keep good shape and then they get bushy and dense. If you just let them grow, they get straggly and woody. So,
good advice.
well, absolutely.
Yes. And I think that's a bit of a tricky one with natives is, like, I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but I'm not the greatest with natives, so that's...
Yeah, you have to prune them.
Yes.
I mean,
and take care of them correctly.
you can see, for example, I don't know how close to the details you want to get, but you can see on this one, you see like that's a pruning cut there. You see here? And then this is all fresh growth.
Okay.
So when you prune, you get fresh growth from round the prune.
Absolutely, promote that growth.
Fills it out and you get nice fresh growth.
Awesome.
So this whole area is native to Barcelona, obviously, and these are all local species. Unfortunately, none are in flower. We should go back to 3 years time. But this is a Tomassia, I think it's maculata. But you can see this is about to flower. Do you see? These are the flower
little
pods.
buds.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
So this is going to be a mass of purple in about 2 weeks' time, probably. It's an absolutely gorgeous plant, and again, this is so prunable. You can prune this into a really gorgeous ball. So if you like a formal garden, like somebody I garden for, I prune these into almost like an English garden ball shape.
Okay.
And they look beautiful when they flower. Anyway.
Okay, we've got Gilly Dixon, looks lovely garden. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
And so then this is all natives over here as well. And so we're trying to just close off that fence. And again, these are all local species. Oh look, there's one flag. So that's an acacia that's coming into flower. This is acacia pulchella. It's very prickly. This is a really good bush plant. And there's an area near the station where there's a whole patch of these, you know, where the developers have cleared and then not built. And these are pioneers, so these are all through there.
Okay.
And it just goes yellow at this time of year. It's absolutely fabulous.
And got a nice spiky...
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't look very long. Anyway, let's crack on. Off veggie patch.
Okay, so this is the community, one of the community areas. Got broccolis going in here. Some lettuces. Hopefully we can see those. And some kale. So here's the area over here that is being composted. So the eggplants. Yes.
Oh, poo, the poo's moved. I'm just going to get a bit of poo. Can you?
Certainly, I'll faff on and wander around a little bit.
I'll explain our certainly.
Some citruses. So these areas are also community areas. There's garlics over here. Got some kales going really fantastic. They're starting to pop up. I don't know if you can see those. Broccolis. There's some beans here. Some little seedlings. Over here we've got a bit more kale starting to pop up. Peas. Winter peas and the beans. The beans are looking a bit sensational there. Okay guys, we'll go back over to the composting area.
Prices for the plots?
Here's another bed full of garlics. Okay, here we go. So, we are, when I say we, Chris is going to make a compost heap.
I was just thinking about, did you know Western Australia is the second most biodiverse place on earth? Only South Africa is more biodiverse.
Oh wow, awesome. That's a...
And we call ourselves the mining state. Okay, so, here we go.
I'm trying to get the whole, the picture so we can see what you're doing.
So this is where you...
Let's get in for a bit of a close-up.
Yeah, it's better. So this was aubergines, or eggplants as we call them too. So you see this is an eggplant here. These are a summer crop. But our aubergines came through really late this year. I don't know why. And so last week, Pauline, who chopped these down. I don't know if I'm talking to you or talking to them.
Talk to everyone. Yeah. We've got two viewers right now. Yeah.
So that's an Italian aubergine.
Okay. So they're white and purple, right? Instead of just full dark purple.
Sorry?
Those ones, they're like light white and purple.
It's like an ordinary aubergine.
Okay.
So you chopped these back last week. Do you mind if I chop it a bit harder?
Go for it.
Are you leaving some of these in like that and grow a bit?
I'm not sure.
I'll just pull a few more of these out.
Go for it.
What we might do is might just build a compost heap on this patch here. So you can see we've got some pretty good, so this was chopped down last week. We've got some pretty good fresh green stuff here. And so what I'm going to do is so what we're going to here we're building this compost heap in situ rather than building it in a compost bin. And I think we were talking about the advantage of this is that the nutrients end up back in the ground, and when it works you end up with a really beautiful patch of soil.
Plus it's probably a bit more labour and cost effective too, right? If you're doing it straight into the ground.
Yeah. So we've got a bit of green stuff there, and we're going to add this. These are bush tree prunings which have been through the mulcher. We've got a mulcher here, and so we're going to put a layer of that on.
Excellent.
And it's looking a little bit dry at the moment. I'm steering it at home. You need a bit of water. You need.
We say good morning, Dave.
We're live on the internet.
Yeah. Hey everyone.
Yeah. It is a really lovely day down here just while we're waiting. It's just the sun is shining, everything's looking sensational. I'll just walk around and have a look at some of the gardens while we're waiting for Chris.
These are heritage organic seedlings. Yes. Diggers Club. Yes, that's right. So that's already. So you've got it Already planted?
Yeah.
How cool is that? Yeah, right. And I just, and as you can see,
Gonna take you guys over to the succulents section. Been doing a little bit of work just to plant a few more succulents for when they do their workshops. We've got some cool looking little cactuses here that are just regenning from nothing. You can see that. Ooze. Okay. See if I can find a good one. Here we go. Just looking great. We got beans. Beans.
Like that. This is rocking along. Yeah. Oh, it's going to seed. It's going to flower.
Looking after broccoli.
Yes, yeah, broccolini. Yep.
Say hi, Lynn.
Hi everybody. Good artichoke. Yeah, this is really an eclectic
That's a
bed.
very nice one.
Yeah, great assortment.
Is that me too?
No,
Look at the beans.
A globe artichoke.
Oh, right, yeah.
That one. Don't know if you can see that. That's just huge. Massive. Oh, we're back. Let's go back to the compost pile. Alright.
Oh yeah, you're back.
Back?
Welcome back.
Yes.
So this heap, I put water on it because it was a little bit dry. You want your compost heap to be really wet.
Okay. Woo-wee, you can smell that mixture there.
Great, isn't it? And then I'm just going to chuck a layer of this on. And so this is good because, well, one, it's wet, and two, it's brown stuff, and three, it's got a lot of life in it already. You know, from that where it's been rotting. So that should set this off really nicely. Do that.
And what's this one? We got some sheep poo. Oh yeah.
So this is good at the moment because it's been out in the rain, and so it's got really wet.
Got lots of nutrients going in it already.
See, it's really moist as well because often these pellets are just like brick.
Yeah, okay.
So if you chuck a layer of that in, and then it's just a case of keep layering it up. So it's in.
Sorry everyone, trying to get a good camera shot there.
So you see, this is just more green stuff. So I'll just chuck another layer of this in. So this is a good way to compost them because if you chopped these down last week, it's better if you just do them fresh. And then you don't have to carry them off to the compost bin. You just chop down whatever was there and then do the compost heap on top of it.
Oh, thank you. Have a great day. Thanks, Julie. Yes, has to go to work, but she says thank you. They say thank you for all the info. It looks so well looked after. Thanks very much. We love it here. We'll see you next time.
Where are they from?
I'm not sure how to check that yet. I'll check later.
And so that's another good layer.
Ooh, we got someone viewing.
Someone else viewing.
Yep, someone's online. Say hello.
Hey. Oh yeah, it's if you go in the shop. Shh.
Lol.
Oh, okay, in that case,
Here's some Malabar spinach. Passion fruits. Whoa.
I think you just tell the entire internet where the people are trailers.
I don't think I was talking.
That's right. It's just like, so you can see this is heaping up quite nicely now.
I can smell it. I guess everyone can't smell it online, but
So the trick when you're doing these ones like in situ is to build them up nice and high,
Okay.
because I think the compost heap which goes up high seems to build up its heat a lot better
Okay.
than if it's spread out really thin on, like, you know, in rows.
So in winter, is it important to have it somewhere sunny so that it does get that heat building?
Yeah, the sun would definitely help to get it going.
Awesome. Just come around the side.
Sorry, you're getting caught in the spray.
No, all good. Just the sunlight, I just get it from this angle.
Oh, you get this there. And then you're going to put the rest of that sheep poo on the top. So the sheep poo is really good because it accelerates the heating process. So it's really noticeable when you put poo into a compost heap, it really kicks up fast. So I really need a layer of green. I've run out of green stuff. So you've got this here, this is pig face. This is a native succulent.
Oh, it is actually a native.
Yeah.
That's why it goes so well everywhere.
It grows all along the estuary, grows really well. So you can see how succulent this is as well. It's really nice stuff.
Yeah.
So I might just pull a bit of this off and chuck that. So I don't worry too much about chopping my compost up. You know, a lot of people like to cut things down really small. Lynn does that for the ones at the back. If you cut it really small, it tends to compost faster, which is good. But it's also really good. And so I just tend to throw things on, and then you end up with quite big woody bits in your compost. But I don't mind those because they just kind of, you know, they rot down a bit further. Or if you don't want them there, you can pull them out and chuck them in the next compost. So
True.
I'm not too particular at all about breaking material up. So you can see this is really good compost material. It needed a bit of a prune anyway. So I can just throw that in there. And again, if this doesn't rot down for some reason, I can always just pull it out and add it to another compost heap.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure that's just like that.
So you do a layer of green, brown, and then a layer of green, and then a layer of brown.
Yeah, so the way I've been doing it is layer of green, layer of brown, layer of poo. Layer of green, layer of... So they're the three components. Poo, brown, green. And I reckon, you were asking before, I reckon in volume terms you want roughly green and brown the same volume. And then your poo you put in quite thin. You don't want too much poo in there.
It's true.
Because the poo's expensive anyway if you're buying it in. But the best thing is...
So if people don't have poo, could they use worm castings?
Yeah, worm castings would be good. That's a good thing to put in.
Yep.
And
I hope I'm not covering the microphone there. Okay.
the other thing is you've got chickens, haven't you?
Yes. So the
you-
chicken poop.
Yeah, chicken poo's really good. So it's like you put straw in, and then when your chickens have pooed all through it and it's really rich, and it's starting to rot down, I don't know if it gets wet, and you just dig that out and put that in, your compost will go bananas.
Yes.
So just shoot away.
Hopefully Aaron's listening to that one because that's an Aaron job. I poo is my weakness. It's like my kryptonite.
Oh, is it?
A little bit.
But I'm going to put the rest of this in. And so this is just the last of the brown, including that smelly straw, and this is just to put a cap on it really. And then at the end I've just got that last nice bit of soil, which I'm hoping by putting it on the top, you know, it'll just work its way into the heat. There we go. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
So it's nice and wet, because it's a very wet time of year anyway. But moisture I think is the most important thing. I've always found if my compost heaps are dry, they never really rot down, so you do need water.
Okay.
And this is where, because we've got a huge bin of prunings off trees and bushes, natives, and they're a little bit water resistant anyway because of the eucalyptus oils and stuff.
Yeah, right.
So they're really dry, and it's too dry at the moment. So we really need to find ways to get that wet.
Well, that's a really good segue into the natives. We should, we'll go check out the native verges that have been planted out the front of Mandurah Community Gardens.
Here's the last thing, I'm just going to check it.
Aha, so that's to keep the heat in, is that correct?
Keep the heat in.
Yep, awesome. Hey, if you're watching, please comment so we know who's online with us.
Who are you? And in true form, I'm not going to clear up after myself.
We will after the video, of course,
Oh.
right? Yes. Or not. Okay, so now we are going to go out the front of the Mandurah Community Gardens and check out some of the work they've been doing with the native plants out there. There's sort of 3 stages to it, but I'll let Chris walk us through this. Alright.
Welcome to our native village. Here it is. We can look both ways.
There we are. See your face now.
This village is 2 years old, and then if we look that way.
So this is trying to get it in the sunlight. Yep,
Yeah,
there we go.
the
So
sun's
this.
really good at the moment.
So this is the one that's been planted 3 years ago. Is that correct?
And 2 years, I think this one is.
2 years. Okay. Hi, Helen.
Hello,
Thanks
Helen.
for that. Helen Smith's with us. And
this one's about a year old. You off?
We're off, yeah,
bye, ladies.
See you soon.
Have a great week.
So this village is about, was planted around about this time last year. So this is the best time to be planting in the autumn, you know, because the rains have just started.
So this is for natives?
Yeah,
It's
natives.
time to be planting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you plant
And so what are
native-
the benefits of having native verges versus other plants, say?
Well, I mean, the natives obviously they do really well without much attention because this is, you know,
They're native.
native. So these verges, they've been watered over.
Stay there so I can get you in the natives.
Okay.
Yes, there you go.
They've been watered over the summer, but from now, particularly the one behind you, we can pretty much stop watering that now. So they need a lot less water than say if you had, I don't know, roses or something.
Okay.
And I mean they're good obviously for the native fauna as well. So like the birds and the lizards and the insects are all going to be.
Are they pretty, the flowers on them are pretty beneficial, like for the
flowers
bees and stuff?
Be attracting.
Yeah.
So,
We had some flowers over here, didn't we? There was a couple with a few little flowers that we can show.
there's one back down that way. Oh, there's a few here. This one, the one you were looking at before this.
Yep. Don't know if you can see that, people. That's
Beaufortia.
okay.
So it's named
I love
after
the
a
little
person called
pattern.
Beaufort.
Cool.
It's really interesting where the names come from. But this has a beautiful red flower, and that will flower all through summer, and it attracts the bees like anything. These are a nice little shrub. These are West Stringias. They're very hardy. You can see they've got a nice white flower. So these are a really good hedging plant. These will get a bit bigger, but these prune really well. I keep these quite well pruned. So this verge, I've been pruning it on a regular basis. And so you can see things are looking nice and compact and shaped.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
really like compact and shaped gardening. So that's why I'm doing it a lot.
Awesome. So the new one's down the end, and we'll just have a look at the area that you guys are developing next from these gardens as well, right?
And we've got our verge conversion workshop, people in Mandurah. It's free, and it's
Yes.
on the 21st of July. And you have to, we'll put a link up, we'll put a link by a separate post.
Yes.
And it's co-running with the council.
Oh, someone's liked that. Fantastic.
And because the council's sponsoring it, they're sponsoring verge conversions at the moment, and they're going to give away free plant vouchers to one of the nurseries up in Golden Bay.
That's awesome.
$80 worth of plants, and you get Bunnings vouchers for soil wetting agents.
And you get your verge converted, right?
You have to do work, unfortunately. So the workshop is to teach people how to convert verges for themselves. So how to turn your verge from, I mean, 2 years ago this was just a patch of weed and sand. And I mean, look at it, and it's beautiful now, isn't it?
Yeah, sensational. Speaking of that, let's look down at the end
Well,
where
can I just
the
show
one
you
that has... Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Sorry, you
this-
tell us the names.
This plant's called dark smell. I know smells don't work on the internet. What do you think?
Whoa.
Isn't that nice?
Wow.
It smells lemony, doesn't it?
Sort of,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is Darwinia citriodora. This comes from, you know, like the Jarrah forest down south around Bailing up, that sort of area.
Right.
And
That's pretty.
I know, I was there and they'd done a burn off. I was looking after someone's property up there. And the whole forest floor had these had self-sown from after the burn off, you know, because it triggered the seeds.
Oh, yes.
The fire often triggers the seed. And it was just covered in these, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I took a bit of cutting and that's
Sensational.
one of them. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
These ones have little purple flowers. What's this?
Yeah, this is the botanical name for this is Hemiandra pungens, and this is a ground.
One more time, please.
Hemiandra
Yeah.
pungens,
There you go.
and common name for this is dogstopper.
Oh.
Well, that's what I've heard it called. It gets called snake bush as well. If you stick your hand in, you'll know why.
Is it prickles?
It prickles.
Oh, excellent. Ow. Yeah.
It's pretty
Okay.
prickly,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
So this is really good if you've got a version you don't want dogs on it,
Okay.
which I think some people feel that way about.
Excellent. I need some of this.
Dogs. Yeah, right. And you see how this grows. Like, I've seen one of these in somebody's back garden in Dawesville, and it covers the whole back garden, one plant.
Oh, okay.
really
So you got to be
spread.
careful with it.
But you can prune it. I mean, you just go. What you would do to prune this is you just get a pair of shears and you'd go underneath.
Yeah.
The shears, and then you just shear around. You can take all the sides off it. You need to wear gloves, but it's really easy to control. And it's got that nice. It's purple or white flower. You get two varieties.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So that's a really good ground cover.
Okay.
And this is a nice grevillea. This is going to really fill out and take over.
Awesome. Is this a flowering one also?
Yeah, this has got an orange flower. I haven't seen it in flower yet. It's still quite young.
Is this the same as the one over there, or is this a different species again?
This one. This is. It looks similar, but it's a different species. This is called. This is a hell of a name. This is Pimelia ferruginea.
One more time.
Pimelia ferruginea. I have to warn you, my pronunciation is not always good.
Excellent.
This is a
Sounds
really
good.
nice plant. What this does is, you see out on the tips here. I don't know how easy this is to see on the internet. On the tips, this is where the flowers form. So this forms like this pink pom-pom flower, and each one of these tips will have a pink pom-pom on it, about this size. So this will just become a massive pink flower. And these shrubs,
Awesome.
yeah, these shrubs are great. They grow up to around about this high. Like,
Sorry,
and
get
they
that.
fill out as a.
Yeah, righto.
And so when they're absolutely superb in flower. The only thing with them is they're not very long lived. I found they die off quite quick, but they still look really good. That wasn't a great sales pitch for it, was it? So this
What are
is
these ones?
Right.
Some kind of.
so this verge is younger. So this was
Right.
planted, I think. I don't know when I did this one, but I think this was coming into early summer last year. So this is. Oh, no, sorry, this was spring last year. So this is a year old. So this is what
Pretty
you can
good.
expect a native version to look like after a year. And these have been watered really well over summer, so they've had good growth. But this one's going very well. So again, this is that Hemiandra pungens dog stopper. And then you see these here, which are just coming through.
Yes.
These are the pink everlasting.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So last year what I did was I grew these in pots. You can grow them in like little tubes, like little cells, and then pop them in the ground. They go in really easily. It's a good way to do them. But then, so we had a good nice patch of pink everlastings here.
Cool.
And of course they self-sowed, and I hadn't seen it before because they don't usually self-sow through wood chip, but these are self-sowed. So this is all just self-sown seed. And so again, this is going to be a really nice patch of pink. And the good thing is like if we just let them seed again this year, then this verge will continue to have pink everlastings on it forever.
Sensational.
Isn't it great?
Yes.
So they're going to look beautiful. They've come up. This
So
is
are they a native flower as well?
Yeah, they are. So these are the ones which grow up all through the, as you go further north, you get huge displays. There was a really good season last year.
Cool.
So, like you can see where they are now. About 2 months from now, these will flower.
Awesome.
So if you're north of, go to the northern parts of Western Australia.
It's like Geraldton or further
Yeah,
north.
Geraldton's a good spot to go for.
Okay.
In about another 2 months' time, I would say.
It's just amazing when out bush when it's everything's flowering, isn't it?
The bush is incredible. That's what I'm
Here's, I'll try and get these flowers here.
Isn't that
So what's
gorgeous?
this one?
So this is a shrub called,
Try and...
ready, Thryptomene denticulata.
One more time.
Thryptomene denticulata. I tell you what, afterwards I'll do a separate post underneath this video, and I'll just put the names of some of these plants in there.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anyone's like interested enough to ask, they can always send me a message through the page.
Absolutely.
So you can see this is a lovely shrub. It's so nice. So what this will do is this is still pretty small. As when these mature, they kind of get up to at least this high. They spread out, and you can see they grow out on these long stems. And you can begin to see how they're going to flower. They flower all along the stem. So as these get more mature, you get this. The entire stem just goes pink with these tiny little flowers. And when you get up close and look at the flower, they're absolutely gorgeous. And then as a mass, it looks really, really nice as a shrub.
Oh, they might not be able to hear you if I'm too far away, so I've got to stay close. Thanks for that, Joanne. That's good feedback.
Oh really? Can't they hear me?
She said it's great information, especially as I go closer and we can hear Chris. Thank you. Thanks, Joanne. If you have any questions on specific plants, Chris will
Send
be
a
happy
message.
to send messages as
Yeah,
well.
send messages. I'm happy to talk about plants.
Yeah, awesome.
Probably talk about plants too much.
You're doing a really great job. We're up to 35 minutes already, so you're doing awesome.
So did Joanne get that Joanne, this is beautiful in flower. Tryptamine denticulata, I strongly recommend it for your native garden. You can get
Awesome.
there's another one called, there's another tryptamine, and I'm not very good on pronouncing the name. It's something like Baechiaceae. It's a hell of a name. And it's a ground cover. It stays almost flat to the ground, and it completely covers the ground. And when it's not flowering, it just looks like nothing. It just looks like this green mat. And then when it comes into flower, it just becomes a massive pink. And they're flowering right now. And if you live in Mandurah, if you go to the station and then you go into that the new estate, as you go away from the station, going in towards town, there's a street there which has got a couple flowering on, and they are absolutely amazing. They're just a pink carpet, and you can see them right now. They're superb. I was there a couple of years ago. I was taking a photograph of one of them, and I'd stopped. I was cycling, and I'd laid my bike down, and I was laying on the floor to get a good picture of them. And this motorist stopped, and she thought I'd fallen off my bike and was dying or something. She was in a big panic.
Classic.
It was so good. I was like, no, I'm just photographing the plants.
It sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah.
Now this one over here, this looks great. This has got gorgeous little red flowers.
So this is a grevillea, and grevilleas are there's a lot of grevilleas in Western Australia, and they're very, very hardy. They're superb plants. They are so tough. So this is a grevillea called sea spray, is its name. I think it's a grevillea praesii, but one time it grew out sort of silvery grey. So now this is being propagated by cuttings, as I understand it. And so this is a particular variety of that, which if you go to a nursery, you're looking for a grevillea sea spray. And it's a gorgeous plant. So these can grow up quite about at least this high. You often see them being used as hedges. People use them on mass plantings. The council uses them a lot, and developers use them a lot, and then they prune them. They prune very nicely into a nice bush. So they're very good.
And probably fantastic for the beneficial bees
bees
and
love them, yeah.
bugs and stuff.
You don't seem to have a lot of bees out this morning, but these are often swarming with bees. If you want bees in your gardens, or hakeas are very good. We can go and have a look at the hakea at the back if you like.
Okay.
But the hakeas are superb for bees. I absolutely adore them. This is a really nice one.
This is a good sign of soil, right? If we've got a little mushroom hanging out in here.
Yeah, look at that. It's good, isn't it?
Loves it. And another really lovely, pretty little flower here
That's
too.
another one. That's another grevillea. So that's a very characteristic flower. I'm not exactly sure which grevillea that is.
So is this that same carpet one?
Yeah,
And
I
we've
put
got
a
the
few of these in
flowers.
because it's just such a good ground cover. It doesn't tend to climb up into other plants too much,
Okay.
and it just covers so well, suppresses the weeds.
And that's another big benefit for using the native plants too, right? Because weeds are obviously...
Well, once you get a
Gardens.
good cover, they suppress them, and I like to use this wood chip because it's a bit thin here actually, but the wood chip's good at suppressing weeds too.
That's
So,
good because we've got wood chips. We'll have to use a bit more of it around the garden.
Yeah, and I was just a thing about wood chip is if people are thinking of putting wood chip on their verge, the council is giving out free wood chip as part of this verge conversion workshop on the 21st of July. Register through the website.
Excellent plug.
But, and it's free. Did I mention that?
Yes. And you get free stuff too. It's
You get
free,
lots of
and you
free
get
stuff.
freebies.
Absolutely. You get
Everybody loves freebies.
free plant vouchers, free stuff, and you'll get some wood chip delivered. But if you don't go there or you need more wood chip, the place to get this is from tree contractors. So you know the people who drive around with those trucks chopping down trees?
Yes.
They've got those whopping great chippers.
Yep, and I can attest to this. Aaron did that not that long ago.
Right.
That's how we got some wood chips.
So you can get a truckload of this. This
Yep.
is the only problem with it is you get it by the truckload.
Yes.
And the truckload is 15 metres cube of chip, which like realistically is, from you see where that bench is,
Yeah.
pretty much up to where I am now would be what you would get up to about this high, and they just back the truck up onto your drive and dump it. So you get a
But
lot
for
of
free, that's sensational, right?
Well, it's $80.
Oh, okay.
from a tree contractor. That's
Ah.
in Mandurah.
Yep.
But the contractors, there's a couple of really good ones. There's Dean at Hamilton Tree Services and Paul at Tucky's. But both of them, they know when you're using it for the verge to give you good stuff, so they won't give you palmage, crap like that.
Because that's a big thing too. Is like if you're getting it for free, you gotta, you don't know what's in it.
So that's the thing. It's best to go to someone who knows what you want to use it for, and then they won't give you like palm prunings. Because palm prunings are awful. You don't need them.
Okay.
So they'll give you native prunings. And also they're conscious of the disease side of things, so they'll, if they chop down a tree that's got phytophthora, they probably won't got it on the dry.
Okay. Just conscious that we might not be able to hear you too well from back there. So shall we go check out the newest verge, and then the one that's about to be?
About to be.
So these ones are the tiny ones.
I know, that one, the tree that I put there, that was, back there was a eucalyptus. It's the eucalyptus, what it's now called Corymbia. It's changed its name. It's Corymbia thiccifolia, and it's the red flowering gum, which you see a lot now in flower. It's beautiful. And I put one in here as well, but it died off over last summer. And so this is, instead of Hakea, this is Hakea lorina, often called pincushion Hakea. I've got one in flower back in the garden I can show you.
Joanne, Chris has said that he will put some of these plant names and everything in the links down below. Sorry if if our audio is a little bit dodgy this morning.
You having problems hearing the names?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, Joanne.
That's all good. I think she can still hear them. She's just asking if she can have the information.
Yeah,
So
it's
that'd
like,
be...
if you're not familiar with the names, it's difficult to get the spellings, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
much easier.
They're kind of tricky to even say. I can't even say them, let alone spell them. So.
This is why I love native plants. They've got so many good names. So Hakeas. Hakeas were named after a Austrian patron of botany called Baron von, I presume you pronounce it, in the 19th century. Isn't that amazing to have an entire genus of plants named after you? Really cool. That's a nice plant, we won't go there. So this verge was planted in around about November last year.
Okay.
November's not the ideal time to be planted because of course we're coming into summer then. And so you can see some of these are really taking off now. But even 2 months ago, these were really small because they were just sat in over the summer, and they didn't do very well. So you see these ones over here. Those are pretty poor because they just didn't get a good summer. But they came through. They pulled through.
Yeah. Okay.
These are new plantings. I put these back in because
I'll just get you to stand this way. So the shadows. Okay.
So these are all new. This
yeah,
is
you see them little tiny ones.
This is a Corazima. It's a pea flower. I haven't grown this one. I grew this one from seed. It's Corazima varium. Hadn't tried it before, but it's looking like it's going to be good.
Okay. Awesome. So that's a really good picture of how the progress of from
So
only a short time.
They look pretty. They don't look great in their first year, but then give them 2-3 years and they look superb. Especially
Awesome.
if you prune
Let's
and
go
water
this way.
and feed.
There you go.
Oh, hello.
And then I guess we'll cut over to the place where you're about to do another one as part of the Verge collection, the free Verge collection. Not Verge collection. What am I talking about?
Those places where they pick rubbish off your head.
Yeah. I'll leave the plugging up to you.
So this is the Verge we're going to do on. Do I need to say that? 21st of July, we're having a free Verge conversion workshop, Mandurah Community Gardens. Register via the council's website because the council's funding it. So it's from 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock, and you'll get lots of good free stuff as well. And there's going to be a practical, hands-on demonstration of how to plant a Verge, like one of those over there. So we're going to take this Verge, and we're going to turn it into one of those Verges.
Woo!
So
We'll go back over to the big one, and then we'll probably finish up. But that's been really,
so can I just
really
point
great.
something out about this?
Of course.
So if you look at this, you can see this had an existing grass in it, couch grass this is, and so you can see this is quite brown compared to the one over there. That's because I've sprayed this with glycophosphates, Roundup, and I know some people are a bit don't like glycophosphates, so just to explain why I'm using them. This is not for food, and I certainly would never put Roundup anywhere near food. But this is an invasive weed. It's couch grass. It shouldn't really be here. It doesn't belong in Australia, but you know, it got us going with the dairy industry. I guess it was useful. But this does not belong in the garden, in my opinion. And so I think it's okay to kill this with Roundup. It's not that bad a toxin, and compared to driving a car or flying in a plane, I think it's probably fairly harmless.
Fair enough. Because we don't like weeds, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't
And
kill
it's
the
not
couch,
it's not like you're eating the veg. There's no vegetables.
yeah, you're not
or
going to
anything
eat from
in
it. And if you don't kill the couch properly before you start a native garden, then the couch will thrive, because you're going to put down wood chip. It's going to be wet and it's going to be really happy, and it will just grow up all through your native plants, and it ruins them, and you'll never get rid of it. So
That's
it's
good
best
advice.
to kill it early. So I've done 2 sprays on that, and I'll be talking about all that at the workshop. So just to let people know it is worth doing.
Awesome.
That's essential. You don't do it.
So we'll just do one more little loop of the natives here. So this is the garden that's only been there for a year. And then we go over to, how long back was this one planted?
So that first one is about, it was in November.
Oh sorry,
This
not even a year.
was about this time last year. So this is a year old. That one's under a year old but went in late. So you can see the difference in growth. This went in early and had the whole winter to settle down, whereas that one went in late and was just straight into summer. So they got a bit stressed.
Okay.
This quite
And
makes
then-
a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then over here we've got
This one's
lovely
2 years old.
2 years, so this is coming along quite nicely.
But this is a fabulous spot as well, because this is where it floods. You know, when we get our community pond here every time it rains.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
No.
This car park turns into a pond.
Oh
Because
right.
the drainage, there's no drainage in that corner.
So they like the rain, or is that because it's like emulating, say, flood?
Yeah,
like,
it's just like a flood. So some of the plants I've put in down there are ones which like, you can see there's those reeds at the end.
yeah.
They're in there because they love being wet over winter.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
all of these plants seem to be thriving, and that's because through winter they get really, really wet. So it's good.
So we'll just go on the final note. We'll just give it one more plug that people can learn more about the natives on, what date is it?
It's July the 21st,
Yes.
Saturday,
Yes.
10 o'clock till 12 o'clock.
And is it
at
here?
Mandra Community Gardens.
Awesome.
And you need to register if you want to come through the council. The council's got a web page about verge conversions.
So that's from the Shire of Mandra, right?
Shire of Mandra. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just Mandra, what is it? Oh, whatever. It's the council's webpage. You'll find it there.
Yep. And
we'll
we can
a
put
link
some
in.
more links. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Chris.
Pleasure. Thank you everybody who's watched.
Awesome.
Thank you, Pauline, as well.
Ah, too easy.
You're so tech
Let's
savvy.
publish
It's great.
this.